Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA, the KIRK.
Hi.
We're continuing on with Peacemaker, Episode 2, Friends for Never. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, where you can watch the whole series with us, but you will need your own HBO Max subscription, so you can open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please, vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. All right, let's jump into this. Here we go.
I can give you the address.
I can track you through the chip in your head.
Wait, you can't see me jerk off with that thing, can you?
It's inside of your fucking skull. How could we?
I don't know. Technology's a beast. Hey, Hardcore, you want to see me rub one out? Well, you gotta just ask.
Oh my god.
Grody.
I have to suspend my disbelief of who sleeps in a bra.
Well, she had a no nudity clause.
New girl, you're driving. Peacemaker just killed a damn butterfly. Do you really want to?
I think by the end of this, we're gonna know the dance.
So those monsters are called butterflies, or is it butterfly just a reference?
No, because that's the reference. That's the code name they gave.
No, I know
remember?
it's the code name, but they made a whole thing about how, you know, like, okay, you're not fighting a big moth, right? Just like, because like the starfish thing that he's mentioned.
Yeah, it's Project Butterfly.
But if those monsters are called butterflies, then there's still a relation between it being called Project Butterfly and...
Well, yeah, that's the code name that they're using, though.
But it's not a code name.
Well, they literally said he just killed a butterfly.
Right. I'm saying that if those things are called butterflies, that's not a code name.
Right, but
like this Project Starfish is not really a code name because they're actually killing a starfish.
They're not called butterflies. They're metahumans, right?
She said they just killed a butterfly.
Yes, because she's on the phone. Why would she? Why would she say like, "Oh, he killed a person that we're trying to kill"?
Because they don't give a shit.
It's top secret.
They don't care. They had a restaurant meeting talking about this stuff.
Because you gotta have those things out in the open, right?
They have a warehouse. They have a headquarters for those kinds of meetings. They decided to have it at a freaking hometown buffet.
Because did you see what their headquarters look like? I don't know, man. It's a movie. It's a show.
It's a movie show.
It's a movie show. It's directed by James Gunn. It may as well just be an extended movie. Oh. Why are you having a problem? I feel you, dude.
Peacemaker's vehicle's at the scene. Can you change the name on the registration? Yep. Good.
Easy peasy. You brought the file to your booty call? What? Ew, you're nasty.
I know you don't believe me, but Emerson, he really does like to wear clothes. If you don't put him in something new in the morning, he'll just whine until you do.
Do you pet the dog when he looks cute in these clothes?
I guess. I think he just likes looking smart.
What are you doing?
Maybe he's trying to clean up the episode.
Oh, he's stealing her records? I mean, she's dead. No! GTFO, what is that? Is it gonna blow it up? What are you doing? That looks like
his priorities are all kinds of
Wi-Fi.
His priorities are all out of whack. So
No, man, I'm not gonna fucking look for your eagle.
Hardcore, just do me a solid. Just roll down the window, stick your hand outside, and then crinkle a bag. He'll think you have chips. He'll come right out to you.
Why are you feeding him chips?
Is that somebody in a window?
Dummy.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is there any other way out of this building? Just the front door here and another on the side? Okay.
Oh, God.
No exit on the back of the building, so see if you can get to a balcony on the second floor and jump. Jump!
I mean, he jumped from that floor.
yeah, but something broke his fall, I think.
It did, yeah. There was an awning
A canopy
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an awning.
4 or 5.
What are you? Oh, you can just take the roof. Do it. What? Can they hear him stomping around?
Yeah. Hey! Hey, stop right there!
Ruh-roh.
Ready there?
Freddie who?
Freddie.
No, there's
No, you guys are doing Chardonnay and charcuterie, right? And I started at the Evite. You guys sent me a Honda, Splendor, Tempest, Grinder. Fuck.
Oh my God.
are you doing?
Pick those up. Look, man, please pick them up.
Okay, okay.
Okay, wait, jump.
I just want to talk to you straight. We're like one human being to another. I will die of claustrophobia if I get tied up, so...
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God.
Shit, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, what's the wife gonna do?
I used to really love Cinderella.
Yeah, Tom Kiefer and the boys are like the perfect mix of blues and metal.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We both love Cinderella.
7 years. Not once have you mentioned Cinderella!
Well, I talk about Cinderella at least once a week, Evan.
Oh, you're gonna put down my musical taste now? How fucking low are you?
Pumped up kicks, Evan. Do you know what that song is about? Murder! You are a murderer. You are murdering my spirit.
What the?
So open the door or break it in. Evergreen, please.
I love how weird this is. Oh, Oh.
The way he did that jump was so stupid. He did that in the least slick way possible.
Yeah. Do you like have titanium bones or something?
Dude.
I've arrived with backup. Have you located the suspect?
They're saying he jumped off the rear of the building, Captain.
Yeah. No more jumping because you're super loud. It's like thud, thud, thud. Oh, Jesus.
God damn it!
Have they not heard him?
Wait here. Listen, I can help. I'm stellar with weapons and combat.
Call your jets, Jason Bourne.
Wait, he's not on the ground yet? Oh,
Lord. What a stunt.
I just feel my knees breaking every time he jumps.
Feels back.
Do not move. Step forward and into the light. Captain.
Whoa, those are potent.
Hey, come on.
Everybody's dressed for the cold weather. Isn't he like freezing his nips off?
That's how he should have been doing the... Oh, well.
Oh.
I mean, like, that's closer to what he should have been doing from balcony to balcony.
Right. He just like belly flopped everywhere.
Police! Stop or I'll shoot!
Get ready, get ready. Why wasn't the car on? Come on now. Don't hurt the eagle. Okay.
Go! What are you waiting for?
They got a lot of bullets. Jesus.
Damn.
That thing better not shit back there.
You can't house train an eagle, dude. Not without stealing its soul.
I get that he doesn't understand basic human, like, etiquette, social etiquette, but like, I would have expected that he would have been a little bit smoother making that exit, given how skilled they showed he was in the movie.
Yeah, it was just jokes.
I changed the fingerprints out to the same person, which they'll discover when they get the lab results back in a couple days.
That's possible?
Yeah, for this guy with 2 thumbs, it is.
That's not how that works, but good, great. Who'd you change it to?
Oh, Mr. Murn, you're gonna love this.
Who?
August Ransom Smith?
Dad?
Maybe you can tell us why a 1976 Ford Comet registered in your name was left at the Wild Estates apartment complex uptown.
Not a comment. That's my kid.
Your kid, as in Christopher Smith? Peacemaker?
Arrest me or get the fuck out of here, chopsticks.
Yeah, well, we'll be seeing you, Fork.
Fork.
We're trying to get this man on our side, and you thought the right way to do that was to frame his father.
I don't want to be insubordinate, but I kind of did some magical shit here today.
God.
Hey.
What did we tell him?
Nothing.
We just got shut it! Like, glass breaking everything. You ever been shot at?
No.
You're
the one who brought the butterflies to our attention, so it can't be you. And it's not me. I just put my ass on the line to save Muscle Man Weekly. And it's not Muscle Man Weekly because he's the one who almost got killed. So if it's not Waller and it's not us, maybe it's her.
I don't think it's any of us.
Well, then why did Sturphausen try to kill Peacemaker?
Maybe she brought him back to her apartment for the purpose he thought she did.
But why would she decide after they hooked up that she needed to kill him?
Oh, shit.
Because she saw the file?
The fate of the country depends on this mission.
And nobody told me that. Nobody's even told me what a fucking butterfly is.
It's a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Evan and Amber Calcaterra, can you take care of them? I need Hawkeye and Economist here, otherwise I'd send them.
I'm a dick vampire.
No, you're not a dick vampire. You're just a dick.
What does that mean, the butterfly on the thingy? Is that some sort of foreshadowing? Or...
Showed a butterfly on the gun?
Yeah.
It's the symbolism of it being a dick butterfly.
A dick vampire.
Whatever.
I'm surprised all of those records stayed intact. The way he was dropping them down.
Well, they wouldn't have.
Oh.
You killed Rick Flag.
There it is.
Flag was right. Peacemaker. What a joke.
Buddy?
What the fuck? Hey!
Oh.
Why the fuck don't you use the front door like a normal person?
Well, I saw a light on in here and I thought someone was creeping around. Really happy you're back.
Aw.
Mr. and Mrs. Calcaterra, I'm gonna ask you some questions. And yes, this is a real badge. Firstly, I'm wondering whether you saw the guy in your apartment that you think you saw, or did you maybe see another guy that you actually didn't see but you think you did? I'm wondering if you've ever had an all-expenses-paid trip to the beautiful Lake Tahoe, Nevada.
I was hoping you were trying to bribe us.
Yeah, I'm trying to bribe you.
I don't tell you my real identity for your sake. I don't want to put a target on you. People will try to use you to get to me. Okay, where does this go?
With the other tapes?
Why would he have a copy of Chicago?
Was that Chicago?
Yeah.
What separates us from other killers is we only kill bad people. Usually. Unless there's a mistake. Now, do I sound like a fucking maniac?
Yeah.
What do you say we celebrate you getting out of prison?
No, I have to study the dossier of the senator I gotta kill.
I've been saving up appliances ever since you were arrested.
Stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely this guy.
It's this guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
August Smith, you are under arrest for the murder of Annie Sturphausen.
God. That's cute. Fucking dog with a guitar.
And I was thinking maybe you and the Fair Kids, well, you know.
No, I don't know. Oh no.
He still never told them about the beacon.
Oh yeah, that's
whatever
right.
that thing was that
That
he
thing.
Amber.
Oh shit.
Oh. Oh. Why isn't he? Well, I guess they haven't told him who the butterflies are or what they are, so. Oh gosh. This is like, he's gonna fit right in. Or is he just like the big daddy of white supremacists or something?
All hail the White Dragon.
Yep, that's not ominous at all. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed kind of seeing the more vulnerable side of Peacemaker, and it's really interesting because initially when I heard that they were gonna do this show, I was kind of like, why? You know, because he was a funny character and he was, you know, the villain in the Suicide Squad in a way, right? Because he ended up turning on everyone and killing Flag. I was kind of like, why this guy? But then this has just kind of shown me, actually, there's a lot more that we can discover, and we can kind of do that deep diving thing where we find out what made him, you know, and all the pain that he's feeling inside and the guilt that he's feeling over what he did, and the fact that he wants to be better, and he really believes that he wants to be that superhero. He wants to be everything that a superhero is, but he's, you know, so far is not. And so I think that makes for very interesting viewing, and I'm really enjoying a lot of the funny dialogue between the characters so far. That's just kind of what I'm into at the moment in the show.
Yeah, there's some comedy in here that I enjoyed, for sure. I like the kind of awkward comedy more than anything. That's always been my thing, is awkward comedy. When I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I noticed there was like a lot of sex jokes in the movie, and the first time I watched it, it kind of turned me off because I'm like, this is a bit much. What I realized is that James Gunn just really, really enjoys that type of humor a lot, and that is definitely present here. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 a second time years later, and I enjoyed it more on the second viewing than I thought I would. This is very much James Gunn. That's as much as I can say. It's like, it's authentically him. And so after a while, I get a little bit tired of the same kind of jokes over and over again. Like at the window when his ninja dude shows up, I can't remember the name of that character.
I don't know.
And they're going back and forth with the same joke. I'm like, I get it. And it's not tickling me like it's probably tickling many of you guys. Like all the scenes with Leota, I enjoy quite a bit because of all the reasons that I mentioned in the previous episode commentary or discussion. She just has a very likable personality. There's this sort of awkwardness to her, and there's sort of this whimsical element with her that I like a lot.
Well, she's almost like one of us, you know.
Right,
if
exactly.
we were inserted into this and we had our first car chase, we might be like, woohoo, on a high.
Right. I enjoy being in this world through her eyes, and I wish that she was actually a stronger focal point of the show. Almost like a pairing of her with Peacemaker would have been like the ideal thing. I'm enjoying where it's going, and it's interesting as they uncover this stuff, but a lot of time is spent on these jokes that I'm like, nah, I could have done without that, and it would have been the same show for me, if not better. Sure. If they just moved it along. But like that is because I'm not necessarily the target audience in those moments, in those instances. It's like James Gunn is making the show firstly for himself and for people who have the same sensibilities that he does.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I wasn't a huge fan of the Suicide Squad, just to make that clear. I understand that a lot of you guys loved it, etc., etc. There are still things that I'm enjoying here, and it's making me want to continue on with the show to episode 3 and so on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm enjoying this more than the Suicide Squad.
Certainly,
because it's kind of allowing the characters to breathe more.
Well, it's more story-based and character-based.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to like, woo, like shooting things and
violence,
guts exploding and all of that. I mean, there was some of that in the first episode, but now we're kind of really getting into the characters and stuff. And
rhythmically, it's closer to The Boys, which is what I anticipated. You know, because the violence isn't like every 2 seconds like it was in the Suicide Squad, and like the Suicide Squad was extremely violent. Now, I know that a lot of people make the exception for that because they're like, well, it's cartoon violence. And I'm like, yeah, but still, like, I get the reasoning why people enjoy it anyway, or because of that. For me, it sort of just turns me off. I'm like, that's a lot. It's a bit much. With this, it's more spaced out, where it's not hitting you every second. It's more poignant. Like at the end of the first episode, it was the explosion of the lady after this epic, harrowing fight that he had with her. That made sense for me, as opposed to every second as a joke, as a haha.
Right.
I enjoy some of the random moments that show up sometimes in this series so far, like him encountering that couple, of all the couples he could have encountered in the world, in that apartment building, it was this bickering couple that was on the brink of ending.
Right.
You know, 'cause it's this woman who's like kind of an alpha with this beta male guy they're both unhappy with each other, and they both just want out of the relationship but don't know how to get out. That was just an interesting thing for him to encounter. It sort of reminds me of how the show was described a while back of this guy who, I can't remember what it was called, but basically the premise is this guy delivers weed to everybody, and he always encounters these different people.
Oh, yes. I know of the show that you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
Right, and so Peacemaker almost feels like that in a way, where he encounters these people and they're all crazy. I did enjoy that moment on the bed where he's having that reflection and sort of a midlife crisis, where it's like his whole world is falling apart. Everything he thought he understood is sort of, you know, in shambles around him. Just like with the movie Bright, I think that's what it was called, with Will Smith.
Bright.
And it was this fantasy thing, but modern.
Yeah.
They had references to modern stuff in that movie, like Shrek. The modern references in Bright kind of threw me off, because I'm like, why would any of that that stuff still exists. And so, in a world like this, presumably there would be stand-up comedians and whatnot, but the odds that you're still going to have a Louis C.K. who also had that unfortunate thing that happened to him where he got Me Too'd. I suppose you could argue the other way as well, the unfortunate thing that happened to the women that, felt offended by what he did. Irrespective of whatever your stance is on the Louis C.K. thing, the fact that that would have come up in this, make-believe world, I know it's a nitpick for most of you guys, but to me, that's just an odd thing to include. And I can't tell what James Gunn is doing there. I can't tell if James Gunn is a Louis C.K. fan because he loves Louis C.K.'s humor, or if he's anti-Louis C.K. and he included that as a dig at him.
I don't know.
It could go either way. By the time the Louis C.K. thing came up within that scene, I was like, I'm sick of this dialogue that's happening. I just want to move on. Did you feel like that scene where him and the ninjas superhero guy were shooting up the stuff in the forest, did you feel like that helped the story along? I wasn't sure what the point of that was.
For me, that scene just kind of pointed out exactly what type of guy Peacemaker is, and it was kind of amazing to me that he had a friend who is basically like him and enjoys those same rando things, and they're both extremely skilled because they're able to just shoot with precision, right? And it was just setting up this idea of Peacemaker and I guess his friend as being these kind of weird children, like man children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the way they were having so much fun doing that stuff was extremely infantile and childish, but at the same time they're doing things that are very adult, like handling weapons and
with precision
yeah. and all of that. So for me it was more of like a fun scene that showcased his personality and just what a weird and unique individual he is.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, yeah, certainly it was a humorous moment, and I'm like, all right, cool. It's just a little bit inconsistent with how he was escaping the building, because like the way he was escaping the building was like someone who had no experience at all. I was a little bit thrown by that. I'm like, wouldn't he be able to get out of there with a little bit more finesse than he did, given what we saw of him in the Suicide Squad and then what we see of him in the forest? I'm like, who was the guy who was trying to get away?
Yeah, that's a little bit inconsistent where suddenly he has no skills and is very clunky, very loud. Yeah. And I mean, maybe it's just because he's discombobulated by the fight that just happened and the loud explosion and everything and the adrenaline or whatever. But he's not a novice. He's been doing this. So it doesn't make sense, really, but it's funny.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, which is, I suppose at the end of the day, it's all just whatever can be played for laughs.
Yeah.
Like, that is the funnier way to go, which is, the way he's getting out of there, he doesn't have it all together. It's just like, it just kind of throws me a little bit story-wise. I'm like, wait, how did he? I guess I'm thinking too hard about this.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the type of show where you ought to be thinking too hard about stuff.
No.
Like, it definitely is. It feels like a lot of things are just being played for laughs, like a lot of the dialogue and stuff. And I do enjoy that kind of banter, but does it always make sense? Does it always feel appropriate? Not really, but I enjoy it.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was all right. That's my takeaway from this. It's like, okay, cool. For it being a 40-minute episode, it actually felt longer for me. It felt like a longer episode.
Yeah.
That could be because it didn't feel the same as the episode 1. I liked episode 1 more than episode 2.
Yeah, it was a strong episode 1. It feels like maybe this episode lagged a little bit, but I wonder if, as we go along, if we keep committing to it, if it is gonna pick up again.
Sure. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. Really appreciate it. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.